Who won, Marcellus Wiley or Ryan Clark on Twitter?
Oh man, I was reading through yesterday, going back and forth. They both took some good shots, some good boom booms. You know what I'm saying? Ryan tried to like mic drop. He's like, I tried to call him. He answered the phone and hung up like the coward.
Yeah, that backfired. That backfired.
Yeah, and I thought, come on, Marcellus, come on now. And Marcellus came back with a strong tweet, but then he came back with that freestyle. And I don't know if y'all heard the freestyle, but Marcellus damn near had some bars though. Like it low key sound. I listened to it twice. I said, okay, like his voice and tone went with the beat. I said it doesn't sound good almost. Like we got it
right for this one. Go get him, MJ. What'd he say? That's my baby. That's my 9-year-old. That's MJ. Hey, what'd he do? What he talking about? All that stuff coming out his mouth. I hear it. But I'm so far away. I ain't near it. You know what I'm saying? I just try to keep it clean, my spirit. But you ready? Let's hear it. Let's go. Ryan Clark. What's this I see? You dissing me for years. Now you want to talk to me? Private text, but your public game is weak. Calling me a sellout. Now I want to hear you speak, boy. Yo, Clark, you been running your mouth for a while. Throwing shade in public, trying to cramp my style. Calling me a sellout, trying to tear my name. But when it gets too hot, you don't treat it the same. So,
hey, that's hard. You should get that playing, baby. That's hard.
Go listen to it on Twitter if you haven't heard the whole thing.
I might call it at random times today. Just had that queued up. I like that right there. Yeah. I like that.
We're going to have some good shit today, by the way, because Marcellus and I will be together today on the yacht.
Ooh, exclusive. Boom, 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 boom.
With Steve Kim.
Oh, you might have bring the cameras out for that, homie.
Nah, you know it's real. We're gonna take a little
phone call. I know.
Marcellus and I are just a homie. We're gonna go out, chill.
You a content creator, so I just thought you bring the camera out.
Huh?
You a content creator, so I just assumed you had the cameras rolling at all times.
That's what I don't do. I wish if I did half the shit that you would see on the boat yacht, you would say I'm a content creator. But I don't bring in video shit at all, so I don't ever do it. Plus the other homie Spree's gonna be there with us. My boy Dave Bone, my barber that you saw on Netflix cutting my hair. We're going to go out and check. We're going to go a little bar hop and chill. You know what I mean? We're going to go do a little thing. Yeah, Marcellus wanted to get out and chill. We're going to go chill and get on the yacht. Marcellus used to have a boat in the same area that I'm in.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah.
Make sure that second engine is working before they get down there so you ain't got no, you know what I mean? Make sure you got that oxygen, those fumes cleared out. Make sure you got everything properly ready. It's a lot of money on that yacht, homie. Marcel's got about 30 M. Steve got about a hot meal. It's a lot of money on there. Rube got about 80,000. It's money on that yacht, so just be ready, homie. But
how much?
80, 85. Good household. Everything taken care of though. Household good. So
Ruben say I'm out.
But listen though, he don't stay at your house, homie. He stayed the night that one night. He got his own crib. Did I do that? Listen, to the Ryan Clark thing though, I feel Marcellus in the sense that it's not like this is some fresh, like new beef where, okay, we're at a point where we can still talk and like get past it and get through it. Some people are cool with like, you know, making up and forgiving each other and moving on. But this has been going on for years, like literally years. So in my opinion, I think Marcellus at a point where he's like, listen, I don't want to be cool with you. I don't want to make up. I don't want to, none of that. You've been bashing my name for years. So now I'm criticizing you, and not just you. I criticize all media, whether y'all like it, love it. Marcellus talks about anybody in the media. He don't care if he's friends with you, he ain't friends with you. If something crazy goes down on our show, he'll talk about it on his. It's like he's keeping it fair and talks about whatever is going on. So it's not like it's just a personal thing against Ryan. This is what Marcellus does. Anyway.
Well, let me stop
for years, like pre-pandemic, all that stuff. So it's like, bro, why would I want to talk to you right now? Here we go. Why would I want to talk to you right now when we ain't been cool for years? Like, see what I'm saying? Like, I gotta do that so the camera get cleared up. Let me see. Hold on. Don't move. Don't say nothing.
There you go.
There we go. So that's where I'm at with it.
So context to what you're saying though, You and I talk about something, somebody can literally go out right now and do a video about us.
Yeah, and they do.
We put ourselves, and they do. We put ourselves in that predicament. Ryan Clark literally has a podcast called The Pivot where he talks about people, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. He covers something of someone. On ESPN, he's been very controversial with his takes versus one quarterback versus another. Marcellus and Whitlock and all these other people have called him out on those things. He also goes out and talks shit about those same people on his platform as he does on ESPN. So it sounds like to me, this is the business that we are in. I've never heard Marcellus go and personally attack the guy, calling him a bitch, you a mother. Like, Marcellus ain't that guy. He doesn't do that. He's too professional. So he never goes out and does that. He never did it. But you see the text that Ryan shared. See, I've already had my run-ins with Ryan, and I'm going to tell you, he is a bitch. And I'm going to be the one to say it. So I've already had my run-ins. And by the way, I was at the Cats that night in Vegas, contrary to all you motherfuckers believe.
So what went down? Because I didn't understand that.
Nothing went down. Marcellus told that motherfucker straight to his face. Ryan came over there. You know when you're a bitch, homie, when you don't want the smoke and you come over there like you cool.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? You know
like
that scenario?
Cool energy, like we friends almost.
Come on, dog. You be talking about me all the time. Come on, man. And Marcellus was drinking the cup just like this. Me and Pat Perez are sitting right there. And Marcellus goes, get used to it, dog.
No.
That's straight what he told him. I was right there. He said, he's like, get used to it. He was like, you do it on your show all the time. You do it on ESPN, homie. Like, and the motherfucker was like, oh, whatever, you know. And he was with the other two cats on his show.
Oh, Fred and Crowder?
Crowder, not Fred. Crowder. But they was there with their wives, the whole deal, homie. Like, Pat and I were there with a couple other cats, and everybody was in Cats that night. And I wasn't there with Marcellus, but Marcellus came over there, and I introduced him to Pat.
Yeah.
And then they chilled, and they followed each other on Instagram that night because they both were cool. They know each other, a lot of the same people. So we were just bullshitting, and that's when it happened that night. And Ryan Clark shared a tweet. Ryan Clark shares a text message, though, from somebody who said he's a bitch. The text message that Ryan Clark shared on Twitter called Marcellus a bitch.
Yeah, I read that. I saw that, yeah.
And Marcellus ain't never said that shit. But, like, be careful the next time, though, in person. I'm just telling you, that's how we roll. I mean, it's Hub City, strong cities, Hub Cities. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, but anyway, I'm serious, Smitty. The shit is ridiculous. And I'm surprised ESPN, like back in the day, you know the media shit. You know being working for a conglomerate or a big-time company. Back in the day, you couldn't even do any of this.
Yeah, you couldn't even do it. Yeah.
You couldn't do it because you'd be fired, right? You'd be reprimanded, fired. Your personal business gets out there and it affects your ESPN status or whatever, right? All I got to say is this motherfucker went to Columbia, had a daughter, raised his daughter in Columbia by himself. From Compton to Columbia, could have stayed around the hood and went to, USC, UCLA, whatever. He goes to Columbia. There's nothing fake about him. Like you understand what and the cat comes out and basically was like, dog, you over here doing all this race baiting and all this shit, and I'm a brother myself telling you doing it for clicks and likes. But you want to talk to me about clicks and likes? Like, come on, man. Like, it is what it is. I just think that he has listen, here's a context before, so our beef, so we understand. So everybody out there has a context. A good friend of mine named Sal Tomaggio, he's a legendary head coach in Louisiana, where Ryan's from, all that shit, had some kids and told those kids, don't fucking let these slapdick fucking outside, we call street agents, affect you. You play here for me at the #1 high school in fucking Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? Like, you stay here for me. I coach you. Don't go out here and get cross-coached by these slapdicks who know nothing about our program and are going to there's nothing worse than cross-coaching, Smitty. And let me explain cross-coaching. It means you and I are on the same staff.
Right.
Okay? You and I are under the same staff. We both play at XY High School. But you go out in this off season and work for Bailey, and he's a personal trainer. You go get coached up. He tells you to do this. Instead of wrong arming like this, you go wrong arm and turn your back like this. You go back to me in high school, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing the first week of pads? And like, what are you doing? Well, my personal trainer told me I should rip. And whoa. That's not what we do here. So
right,
that is cross-coaching, right? We hated it as head coaches and coaches. We hate cross-coaching because a lot of these fucks don't know what the fuck they're doing. They definitely don't know what we do as a scheme, right?
Yep.
Now you're affecting our scheme and our program because you're a street agent trainer who is telling this kid and getting in his head, and then that's why you see these kids transfer now. Because these street agents get in their head and they say, oh, blah, 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 blah.
He ain't coaching you right. Come over here.
Yeah, he ain't coaching you right. You need to come over here. We get you paid. Blah, blah, blah. All this fucking bullshit, right? Well, Clark, so the coach put out on Twitter, Sal Tomaggio, a good friend of mine, who's known by every D1 coach, every one of the mommies. He had great players. I had one of his players, 3 or 4 of his guys over the years. He's like, don't go to these 7-on-7s and get lied to by these fucking street agents. Because that's when the transfer at high schools was starting to get big and all this shit. You know, this was 3-4 years ago. Ryan Clark went out there and was told this motherfucker straight on Twitter, oh, you gonna listen to the white man, keep the black kids down, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm saying, this is Sal Tomaggio, by the way, is an old school Italian, like Louisiana Cajun cat.
Yeah.
Who coached nothing but brothers in the inner city of Louisiana. And you straight up attack this dude who's done nothing but help brothers and just go straight out to the white man call. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this motherfucker's ignorant. And what a bitch ass cat to do something like that when you have no clue how many kids this dude helped in the hood.
Right.
And it's like, that's what he said. So that's when we got into it because Sal Tomaggio is a good friend. I'm like, all right, let me go out. I'm like, dog, you're a fucking idiot. And that's when Ryan got into it with me, and we got into it for about, I don't know, a couple weeks straight. But like, dog, we call him Coach Salt. And then we talked privately. He was like, dog, this motherfucker's a clown. He goes, everybody in Louisiana thinks he's a clown because he goes around trying to coach your DBs up. So I don't know if you guys knew about this. Ryan Clark gets out there and tries to take DBs from certain schools and takes them privately, and then he'll film himself coaching these kids all throughout Louisiana and shit. So, like, I don't know if he wants to be a coach or whatever, but he's doing this shit, using his platform to take kids, and then he's trying to teach these kids certain things, and then, like, they go back, and then the coach is not trying to be a dick to Ryan Clark because of who he is. They'll be like, fuck, this shit ain't gonna work with us. That's Ryan Clark. He knows that motherfucker plays safety anyway. He's more of a downhill guy. He's not a backpedaler, hip turner. He's a run downhill, blow up B-gap guy.
Right.
Now he's teaching my lockdown single side corner footwork. See what I'm saying? Like, that's what people don't understand. We respect the legendary guys that played the game at the highest level, but we also have our own scheme and understand our kids better than you and their talent and their skill set. This guy can't do what you did, Ryan Clark, Deion Sanders, fucking whoever else it might be. So the coach knows best. And there is some slapsticks out here. I talk about them all the time, but cross-coaching is the worst. And then when you go out and then you want to talk shit about a dude, you don't know what he does for the community in Louisiana, is just straight up, dog. That's when I knew it was this guy was a joke. And I'm glad Marcellus got involved with that too 4 years ago. And then we took off, and that's when we got into it. But it's crazy. He blocked me, and now I'm not blocked, so it's crazy.
That's interesting, man. That's interesting. I mean, hopefully this is the last of them, going at it, but I'm sure it won't be. I'm sure something else will happen, and there'll be a comment one way or the other, and they'll go back at it again, But it's just interesting, Like I said,
I just block them. I block them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, fuck it, yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, Marcellus and Ryan are both big media personalities, so. If Marcellus says something to Ryan, even if Marcellus is blocked, it'll get to Ryan. Same thing, vice versa. If Ryan says something about Marcellus, it'll get to Marcellus. whether it's a fan tweeting at him and showing him a clip, it'll still get to him. Just the way social media works. So
hey, take a look, because we got a special guest on, Steve Kim, today. Take a look at Whitlock and Steve Kim talking about this particular Ryan Clark situation on their show about Lamar Jackson.
I was told by someone, that prominent former athlete, I'll just leave it at that, that Lamar Jackson is actually bothered with Ryan Clark's shtick. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Lamar loves it. Maybe he wants Ryan Clark to be his Shannon Sharp as Shannon Sharp was to LeBron James. But maybe he doesn't, because Lamar, to me, seems very, very likable. And again, I said it earlier this week, he's like in that Michael Jordan lane where everybody would like Lamar. And the only thing standing between that, to me, is Ryan Clark and a handful of Jamel Hill, a few other racial idolaters that are framing up the Lamar Jackson thing in these racial terms. I was told by someone who feels like they know that Lamar Jackson is bothered by it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Lamar will be on the pivot next week, and he and Ryan Clark will lock arm in arm, and they'll play, old.
Kumbaya. That's right. Hold on. Keep it up, Bailey. That's my thing, Smitty. Don't come out gangster, homie, and then go on your show and start crying over some shit. He does it all the time. The motherfucker goes on his pivot, and then he'll start crying, talking about, I have downfalls, and I need to, sometimes I have to look at myself. Like, come on, homie, the fake shit is fake as fuck. Like, I got cringe vibes seeing you on your show crying and shit. Like, you big bad gangster, and then you want forgiveness and love on your show. Like, come on, homie, keep it funky. Like, this shit is fake, and Marcellus has just stayed the course. And sometimes consistency blows up high and low, and that's what Ryan Clark is. And that's funny to me that that's what's going on. But let me hear the
tapes in the background, and they'll wave Black Lives Matter flag. Bothered by this, and when I saw Marcellus jump into this as aggressively as he did, I was like, oh, Marcellus may be hearing the same things as me. And me and Marcellus aren't checking notes. We're not, hey, you should go after Ryan Clark. It's not like that with me and Marcellus.
You could probably agree to that, right?
100%, yeah.
They're not fucking sitting there tag teaming, because these two didn't even talk for a while. I talked to both of them about it. They're like
how they operate. Like, and like, they're cool, but like, they're not like best friends. You know what I'm saying? Just being real. Like, they're cool, but like,
two different. Still, even though some of the thinking,
they respect each other for sure, but it's not like they're like best buds on the phone. Nah, they've never been like that.
Even though they have some right-leaning thinking and conservative thinking, they still are completely different humans. As far as Marcellus is still a hood cat like myself, but he could talk with the corporate America and the corporate media.
Yeah.
Whitlock is just going to be more leaning towards corporate, but he is from the hood, though. Don't get it twisted. And Whitlock's not a bitch. I'm just going to tell you, he's not going to back down. If you think he is, you're confused, because he's not. I've seen it in person, and I was like, oh shit, because I, obviously had a beef with him for a while. So here's the rest of it before we move on.
I'm not advising him. He's not advising me. We're not sharing notes.
I agree. Like, all it is I'm curious about that take, though. That was a Lamar Jackson, like, not feeling the whole defending me, but then bashing Josh Allen, or defending my downfall, but then Josh Allen did it just a year ago, and Ryan Clark blasted Josh Allen, and everyone's throwing it out on Twitter with this Marcellus beef, and it doesn't look good for Ryan Clark. If I was an outside guy that knew either one of them, I would be like, damn, Ryan Clark's getting cooked, and Marcellus don't even got to do shit. But that's that next level media training shit, homie, that Marcellus has been good at for a long time. He just stays even kill. He don't raise his voice. Like, Marcellus is like a professional. Ryan Clark's trying to learn how to manage two sides of the fence.
Yeah, and be professional, be corporate, but still show that he's like real. You know what I'm saying? It's like trying to find that balance. That's
gotta be hard to do.
Both.
Yeah, got to be hard to do. Smitty, real quick before we move on,